What's up, y'all? My name is Simi. I'm a lifestyle influencer, and this is my wash day routine for my signature crochet wig. The steps to my wash day routine include detangling my hair, shampooing my hair, doing a deep conditioner with a steam, and then also washing all of that out and applying styling cream so that I can put twists underneath my wig. And then the very last step is making my crochet wig. I don't typically follow a texture category when it comes to my hair, but I will say that for my curls, they typically fall more on the kinky / coily side, and my curls are a little bit tighter when they're dry. So my first step of my routine is detangling, and I typically wet my hair while I'm in the shower and use my easy detangler brush. My biggest concern when I am taking care of my hair is my scalp. I do deal with psoriasis on my scalp, so I typically just make sure that my scalp is clean, feeling refreshed before I move on to any different steps in my wash day routine. I know people typically section their hair when they're shampooing, but for me, my scalp is my priority, so I don't section off my hair. Instead, I focus on penetrating the shampoo onto my scalp and stretching my hair. For my shampoo process, I love to use the Neutrogena Tea Gel shampoo. I find that after I use it, especially consistently every single week, my flakiness and my itchiness is down by a lot in comparison to when I don't use it. So my next step is deep conditioning my hair, and I love to use the Mielle Organics Pomegranate and Honey moisturizing and detangling conditioner. So I really love using this conditioner because it softens my hair and brings it moisture after using the Neutrogena Tea Gel shampoo, which is a little bit drying to my hair. I'll typically put on a shower cap and let my hair steam with a steamer. I started going natural end of middle school into high school. Me and my mother and my sister, we just didn't want to relax our hair anymore, especially after my mother discovered how dangerous some of the chemicals in relaxing was. For the three of us to have to kind of navigate this new way of taking care of our hair, it bonded us in a way that we had to kind of like learn and like struggle our way through figuring out how to wash our hair now, how to condition it, how to make sure it looked neat and taken care of, and all of these things, and I feel like it really brought us closer. Alright, so I just finished my deep conditioner, and now I'm about to go in and do my two-strand twist that'll go underneath my crochet wig. So I do the two-strand twist because I don't know how to cornrow. Please don't judge me, okay? So I really love using the Camille Rose twisting butter because it's really light on my strands. It's not too heavy, and it also gives me a great curl pattern once I take the twist out. I don't usually have a method when I'm twisting my hair. I just twist it according to how much hair I can pull off for each section, and that's because it's really detangled, it's really soft because of the deep conditioning process. Now I'm about to go in with the Main Choice Restorative Spray, and I love using this product because I feel like it gives my hair an extra amount of moisture without it being super heavy like a leave-in conditioner, and it really just helps my twist last longer. So what helps for me is putting on a silk scarf so that I can flatten my twists while I'm doing my crochet wig. Tools I'm gonna use to make my crochet wig are a braided wig cap, because y'all know I can't cornrow, okay? A crochet tool, which you can get for like 99 cents at the hair store, and some crochet hair. This is Allure Cuvena Bounce in colors 350 and 1. And essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your crochet needle, pull the hook down so that it looks like this, put the hook through the crochet braid, and make sure you get all the way to the other side of the braid so that it's pretty seamless when you move it through. You're going to attach your hair, and basically what you do when you take the hair off of the piece in the package is make it into one long strand, attach it at the middle part of the hair, clip on the hook so that it looks like this, close your clip, pull the needle through the braid, and sometimes it does get stuck, so you will have to pull a little hard, and then put your hand through the loop, and then loop the hair through, and then pull. and that's how you attach the hair to the crochet wig. So after doing one full braid and adding crochet hair to the wig, this is typically what it looks like. As you can see, the hair is covering the braided area. So the only downside to using synthetic hair, particularly this Cube and a Bounce hair, is that you really can't do too much activity with the hair on. I of course can like work out and do like heavy activity like that, but being in the water is something that I can't do with this hair. I can't go underwater. I can't be in an area where there's like too much steam because the curls will definitely fall. And instead of having these really beautiful semi-tight kind of loose curls, they'll just be entirely loose, like almost droopy, and you'll lose the texture and the curl entirely. So now I'm all finished the crochet wig. As you can see, it's pretty full and has lots of volume. What I'm gonna do next is put the crochet wig on and style and cut the hair so that it shapes my face. I usually just put the wig on directly onto my twist, and the combs are on either side of the wig. I put the combs from front to back, but sometimes you can put them from side to side. It just depends on your preference. So what I'm gonna start with is separating the curls just so that they can have a little bit more volume and not be so tight around my face. And this also does add a more natural look as well, because it gives a little bit of frizziness. As I'm separating the curls, you can see which areas are going to need cutting, such as this bottom area, some around the side as well. So separating the curls does help you figure out how you want to shape the hair. I'm going to put the scissors on a diagonal and cut down. And I'm just going to cut from the bottom area, and if I want to cut more, then I'll go even higher. When cutting, I typically focus on the bottoms and the sides. And the reason for that is because if I need to cut in the middle or even at the top, it'll help me seeing what the bottom and the sides look like before I touch those areas. Because if you cut too much on the top or the middle, you're pretty much just like out of luck. But if you cut too much at the bottom, you can always just add in more hair. So now I'm going to work on the bangs in the front. And basically what I'm gonna do is take one section, go down as far as I want the bangs to basically like hit my forehead, and cut on a diagonal. All right, y'all, so at this point, I am finished the wig. I really love how it came out. So tomorrow, I'm going to share with y'all exactly how I take care of my hair for the amount of weeks that I wear the wig and the different products that I use. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. As you can see, I have finished my crochet wig, and now I'm about to show y'all how to maintain the wig for about 4 to 6 weeks. I typically don't use product on the wig at all because it is synthetic hair, but what I will do is maintain the frizz as much as I can, and that usually looks like me not sleeping in the wig, me taking off the wig if I can, during vigorous activity like working out, especially if I'm working out at home, and then also using shears or scissors to cut off any frizzy ends of the wig and separating the hair as much as possible so that you can maintain that natural look. I also wrap my hair at night in a silk scarf just to make sure I'm not pulling on any ends. My natural hair now means so much more to me than when I first transitioned into being natural. I think when I first transitioned, I was really afraid of embracing my natural hair, which means that I was afraid of taking care of my natural hair, or even just like being in my natural hair for long periods of time. I think I just suffered from things like colorism and texturism, and I was under the assumption that I had to have long, curly, wavy, beautiful, soft hair in order to be pretty or feel beautiful. So eventually I was able to overcome all of those feelings and take care of my natural hair in a way that made me feel empowered, and also let me take an honest look at myself in my most natural state. And eventually I just learned to love it.